Well, good evening and welcome. Chills and Fever, show number 44. Now, I believe the first opening lines of this are so apt for the period we're going through. Detroit.
Some things you never get used to. It's the same routine of getting up every morning and putting on a smile, but underneath there's another person who can't find a reason to make living worthwhile. Oh, another day to go without the love that once was mine. Sometimes I think my heart is concerning, and then something brings them all back again. Like loving you and not having you, I never get used to. I've gotten used to not listening for familiar sounds.
Well, good evening and welcome to the centre of the universe. Good evening, Derek Higgum, Adrian, FSF, CF, Walklin, Stuart and Jill, Trevor Britnell, Mark Borley. Good evening, my good old bud Smudge, Andy Dixon, and Stevie Spencer. Yeah, Diana Ross there, and the Supremes, 1968. Well, the first few songs we're going to open up with tonight all come from Detroit. Well, massive good evening to Mark and Christine Smith, Mark Aldridge, Tracy Cook, Adrian and Claire up in Leeds, and Carl and Kath in Hull.
Yeah, they're getting tired of us. Sick and tired. They're leaving.
Good evening to the Mincer and his lovely Minset. Of course, Sean Chapman, he's coming up at 9 o'clock. All the way live from Stafford, Mark Borley and John Piper.
I'm getting out of town. Love of a woman is a wonderful thing, but the way we treat them is a kind of change. One day, and I won't be long, all the fine chicks will be gone. Yeah, they're getting tired of us. Sick and tired. Here, getting out of town, 2 by 2.
Good evening, Russ and Sue, James Slinger, Paul Whitehouse, Paul Bankers, Melvin Clapton in South Wales, Barry Thurgood. evening, Barry Thurgood. Dave Hughes. Mike Eastwood, your scooter looks absolutely fantastic up in Leeds. North London, Cyril and Sue Porton. Paul Whitehouse, Billy McCallum, Mick Cook in Harlow, and James Slinger. Well, I just love that. Great version. Tommy Good on the Gordy label on Motown, 1964. And he was the first white artist to record on Motown. Good evening, Liverpool and Stan and May Evans. Tiny Boat. Good evening, America and Seattle and Dennis O'Kane, Lee Grimshaw and Carl Hasso. Detroit City Limits. %, plus tax. Well, there we go, 3 back-to-back, all from Detroit, Michigan, USA to start the show tonight. Well, I hope you're all bearing up out there. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight, and I know Sean has got an absolute corker.
Oh, you can.
Come on now, let's be having you out there.
No, you can't really mean goodbye. Although I've seen it, I've seen the way you catch his eye. So look before you and count your blessings instead of sheep. No, you
Oh, what a tune. Jonathan John there on an Italian issue. Just love it. Massive good evening, Peter Leake, Livy Stevens, Kevin and Jane Williams, Heather Jeanette, John Owen Parry, Alan Hamilton, Nico Bernard, Sonia Fisher, Rob McKelvey. Welcome to the centre of the universe. There we go with Jack Ely and the Courtman. He was originally in the Kingsmen, and then he redone this record in 1966 called Louis 66 on Bang Records. Let's roll it on out of here now.
Let's go! Why did you do me the way you did me? How long did you think that you could kid me? I caught you lying, just like a small boy. I saw the writing upon the wall, boy. This is the go sign, I mean the no sign. Get lost, my love. You had my number, my combination. You had my love and my admiration. You took my kisses, then left me crying. I'm up to here with your alibi, and this is the go sign, I mean the no sign. Get lost, my love.
Well, good evening, South Wales, Sean and Mark, Chris Davis down in Gloucestershire, Watford Chris out in East Anglia, Steve IG, Mick Jackson.
I let you do me the way you did me. How long did you think that you could kid me? I caught you lying, just like a small boy. I saw the writing upon the wall, boy. This is the go sign, I mean the no sign. Get off my love.
Well, good evening, Robert Thompson, Cousin Richie, Brendan Carr, Vicky Richardson, Andy Dixon, Brian Lalo.
Why did you do me the way you did me? How long did you think that you could kid me? I caught you lying, just like a small boy. I saw the writing upon the wall, boy. This is the go sign, I mean the no
Oh, I just love that.
Get lost, my love.
Bit of Quincy Jones,
Get lost.
bit of Austin Powers, but it's Millicent Martin, 1963 there on Parlophone.
Baby, don't you? Whoa, baby, don't you? Whoa, 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 baby, don't you? We no more for me, pretty baby. We no more for me, my lover. We no more for me, pretty baby. 'Cause you know I'm coming on home. My days are so lonely and my nights are so blue, all because I'm a fool. But I'm coming back home, back where I belong, right back next to you. Oh baby, don't you? Whoa, baby, don't you? Whoa, 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 baby, don't you? We no more for me, pretty baby. We no more for me, my lover. We no more for me, pretty baby. 'Cause you know I'm coming on home. I should have been a hip when I packed my grip. I was headed in the wrong direction, running all over town, acting like a clown when I needed your love and affection. Oh baby, don't you? Oh baby, don't you? Oh, whoa, whoa, baby, don't you? We no more for me, pretty baby. We no more for me, my lover. We no more for me, pretty baby. 'Cause you know I'm coming on home.
Well, good evening Yorkshire once again, and Hull and Stephen and Lisa. Good evening Manchester, Mike Warburton.
Whoa, don't you? No more for me, my baby. We no more for me, my lover. We no more for me, pretty baby.
Well, good evening
'Cause you know
Coventry. Good evening Coventry and Heather and Steve, Mick Jackson, and from our very own village, Fred Denise Holbart.
When I left my home.
Good evening Dave and Julie Nichols. Welcome to the centre of the universe.
You and give me money too. It took a long time to discover. Oh baby, don't you? Whoa, baby, don't you? Whoa, 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 baby, don't you? We no more for me, pretty baby. We no more for me, my
What a great tune.
We no more.
I'll tell you what, it's really hot in the kitchen tonight. I thought we were going to be in sub-zero temperatures.
I'm coming on home.
And I put a roll neck on and a corduroy jacket, and I am cooking. But the music's cooking. We lost a very great person this week, Mr. Nolan Porter. Rest in peace. What a fantastic guy. Done some great music and worked with modern bands to this day like Stone Foundation. This goes out for you, Nolan.
If I could only be sure that you love me, baby. If I could only be sure that you love me, baby. I'd climb the highest mountain, I'd swim the deepest sea. I'd take on all your misery just to make you happy. Yeah, yeah. I'd turn my world upside down. I'd turn my smiles all into frowns. I'd do anything and oh yeah. If you just let me love you, baby. If you just let me love you, baby. If I could read your mind, saying and love me, darling. If I could read your heart, saying and never leave me. Oh no. There isn't anything I would do. I'd give my life away, my idol too. Yes, I would. I'd turn my world upside down. I'd turn my smiles all into frowns. I'd do if you just let me love you, baby.
Well, good evening once again. Up in Hull, David Maggie, Troy Tempest, Lorraine Perkins, John Scally. Good evening, Croatia, and Lubica Headman. Good evening, Ian Locke, Kerry Frieda, and Ed Sylvester.
Just let me love you, baby. If you just let me love you, baby. Ooh, yeah.
Well, rest in peace, Nolan Porter. Sadly passed earlier on this week. But your music will live on, Nolan, without any shadow of doubt. She's a good girl.
Well, I'll be sitting there waiting for you to come home. When I wake up, baby, I'm sitting there all alone, and ain't that a shame, 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 shame the way you do. Oh, it's a shame, shame.
Yeah, you thought it was a full-time job, Carol writing on all them posting pads. No, that's her sideline. Keep me topped up in beers, her main job. Reed, what a fantastic tune. Shame, 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 classic. Flipping back into the 50s now, and of course,
when I get the blues,
flip, flop and fly.
Rocking chair. When I get the blues, get me a rocking chair. Well, the blues overtake me, gonna rock right away from here. Now when I get lonesome, I jump on the telephone. When I get lonesome, I jump on the telephone. I call my baby, tell I'm on my way back home. Now flip, flop and fly, I don't care if I die. Now flip, flop and fly, I don't care if I die. Don't ever leave me, don't ever say goodbye. Give me one more kiss, hold it a long, long time. Give me one more kiss, hold it a long, long time. Now love me, baby, to the feeling hits my head like wine. Here comes my baby, flashing a new gold tooth. Here comes my baby, flashing a new gold tooth. Well, she's so small she can mumble.
Well, good evening, Rachel Piper, Bill Keeley, Richard Blair,
flop and fly.
Janet Pollard, Baz Rogers, Donny the Mod,
flop and fly.
And up in Scotland, Sharon McKinsey.
Now don't ever leave me, don't ever say goodbye. I'm like a Mississippi bulldog sitting on a hollow stump. I'm like a Mississippi bulldog sitting on a hollow stump. I got so many women, I don't know which way to jump. Now flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Now flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Now don't ever leave me, don't ever say goodbye.
Well, there we go, 1955 there. Big Joe Turner on Atlantic.
One look and I was shook. He really took me by surprise. One kiss I can't resist, and right away I realize. Good gravy, love you, baby. Good gravy, yes I do. Good gravy, love you, baby. Love you, baby. Your smile drives me wild. You've got the tantalizing kind. Bip, bam, take my hand and let's go strolling down the line. Good gravy, love you, baby. Good gravy, yes I do. Good gravy, love you, baby. Love you, baby.
Well, 1958 there. O.J. Oliver. Good gravy.
Buttercup, hurry up. I wanna hear you when you say, big boy, you're my joy. You know I feel the same way. Good gravy, love you, baby. Good gravy, yes I do. Good gravy.
Well, corking bit of R&B there. Just love it. Okay, here we go with our featured artist, and this week it's The Action. Oh, English band formed as The Boys in 1963 in Kentish Town, northwest London. Much part of the mod subculture and played blue-eyed soul. After playing a stint in Germany and also backing various artists in 1964, they changed their name to The Action. Shortly after that, they signed to Parlophone with producer George Martin of the Beatles. At this point, George Martin was only working with the Beatles and The Action. The original members were Reg King, lead vocals, Alan Bam King, lead guitar and vocals, and Mike Ace Evans, bass guitar and vocals, and Roger Powell on the drums. The first single, Land of a Thousand Dances, backed in My Lonely Room, was well received by both critics, but sold, sadly, very poorly. Not one of the Action singles ever achieved success in the UK charts. The second single, I'll Keep On Holding On, is a monster on our scene today. This is not a cover of the Marvelettes, but a reinvention. Backed by Hey Show and A, another great tune. Let's have a bit of the action.
I'll keep on holding on. I'll keep on holding on.
I know that you're the kind of girl.
The kind of girl
You got too much pride. Instead, you love someone
you let someone
running high. Well, each and every day, and each and every way, my love will grow stronger. And I know that you can hold out much longer. When there's no place left to hide, I'll still be by your side, and I'll be
waiting,
oh yeah,
watching,
shoulder now,
looking for a chance.
a chance to make you.
I'll keep on holding on.
I will run.
I'll keep on holding on.
I know you're bragging to your friends
To your friends,
that you can't get caught, but baby, you don't know. So it's time that you were caught. Well, love, you better plan to make your final stand. No matter where you run now, I'll hold until my will to resist this storm till I get you. Oh, well, I want you better, yeah, I'm gonna hold you.
waiting
Come on now, let's see you out there.
Shoulder.
I can hear a few of you.
A chance to make you.
I'll keep on holding on.
I will not.
I'll keep on holding
And I'll be waiting and watching. I'll be looking over your shoulder. Move a little closer. Come on, girl. Can you hear me now? Come on, girl. All right, be. Come on, girl. On shoulder.
looking for a chance.
A chance to make you.
I'll keep on holding on. I'll keep on holding on. I'll keep on holding on.
Well, it would have been Reggie's 76th birthday yesterday. But anyway, the Action released 5 singles on Parlophone before being dropped by the label. The third single was another great soul cover in 1966, Baby You Got It. On the flip side was Since I Lost My Baby. The fourth in 1967 was the great Shadows and Reflections, backed by Something Has Hit Me. The final single was Never Ever with 24 Hours. Considering they had one of the best producers of all time, and their music is arguably some of the best blue-eyed soul around, it is very hard to believe that they never made it, along with the other great British bands of the time. Always been regarded as a superb band from the 60s, right up to the present day. In 1980, a compilation album of The Action came out with sleeve notes by Paul Weller. Paul Weller stated The Action had it in their soul. They reunited and performed various gigs around that time, and in 2000 Phil Collins performed with them. After the gig, Phil Collins said, "For me, it was like playing with the Beatles." One of Phil Collins' all-time favourite bands. I must agree with that and say the same. They may not have been hit makers, but they certainly did know how to play and perform a great tune. I am proud to say that I own all of the 5 Action singles on Parlophone, and I will cherish them for absolutely ever.
There's an old vacant
on the square. Something keeps bringing me back to those final moments we shared. Through that glass, the reflections cast their glow on the door. Empty shadows of night on the floor. Shadows, shadows and reflections. Shadows and reflections always have to remind me of shadows and reflections of an unwelling kind of love. Just when I think I've escaped them, there's a fact I can hide. I go back to where I left her. Oh, but there's nothing inside. Just these neon reflections cast their frightening glow. Drifting patterns.
Well, good evening to Lardino Marcus from Stovner. Don't know where that is. If you could message us, let us know where Stovner is. Well, good evening, Motown artist Carolyn Crawford. She's driving at the moment, but she's in the house. We got a great show coming up with Caroline in a few months' time. Good evening, Jodie Richardson. And good evening, Anon 114 GBR.
Just these neon reflections cast their frightening glow. Drifting patterns and shadows below. Shadows, shadows and reflections. Shadows and reflections always have to remind me of shadows and reflections of an unwelcome kind of love. Shadows and reflections following me around.
Well, there we go, the action. My featured artist this week. Sean's got a corker coming up. Anyway, over to Jamaica now. God, I'm hot, I'm sweating. I got salt dripping in my eyes that make me cry.
Really understand how sweet it is to be in love. Are you ready, Lloyd? Yes, Philip. There was a time when I would sit and say that I'll never fall in love again. Now I know, darling, now I know, yes I know how sweet it is to be in love. Since I found you, my whole life has changed, and I'm so happy to love you more each day. Yes, I know, darling, yes, I know, yes, I know how sweet.
Yeah, they forecast a really cold day or evening down here tonight. So I stuck all the heating on, the log burners. Put a roll neck on. God, I'm suffering. It's bloody about 8 degrees out there and it's cooking. We turned the central heating off a little while ago.
Yes, I know,
Had the doors open.
darling, yes, I know.
Then you button yourself in and start dancing.
How sweet it is to be in love. Let me tell you, people, what I have to say. Go find your true love and say the same someday. That you know, darling, that you know, like how I know how sweet it is.
Just love that. There we go, the Blues Busters there on the bra label.
Yeah! Oh, yes it is. Oh, yeah! Oh,
Yeah, Stevie Spencer said it's warning Ibiza. I expect it is out there. This is the UK. Well, we got 2 more Ska records coming your way tonight. It's the Gay Lads. A message to my girl.
Please take a message to my girl. A message to my girl. A message to my girl. She has sparkling eyes. She is tall and sweet. She has lovely feet. I will wait in this cafe. Wait here patiently. Go tell her that I love her still, and I always will. Oh Lord, I always will. So take a message to my girl. Message to my girl. Message to my girl. Message to my girl. A message to my girl. She has sparkling eyes. She is tall and sweet. She has lovely feet.
Yeah, show number 45, Chills and Fever. Between Sean and I, we've now played 88 hours of music, that means, without really repeating anything other than our featured artists and things like that.
I will wait in this cafe. Wait here patiently.
Good evening to Warrington and Andy and Beth. Good evening to Hartford, Kevin Raymond and Caroline. Good evening to Lyle Cook and Double Agent 7.
So take a message to my girl.
Well, we always feature something from Original Gravity, and I'm proud to say we've got something very special tonight. This is a brand new release. This is the only copy, I believe, available at this moment in time. As a promo, this is Killer. Killer. Exclusive on Chills and Fever. Well, from Original Gravity, we've got a forthcoming Scar Fever EP coming up, featuring 4 great tracks by 3 different artists. This is Roland of Prince Afonso and The Fever with Killer Dilla. Over the next few weeks, I'll be playing the other tracks. If you like this, you can get this as cheap as chips, or in some cases cheaper than chips, from www.originalgravity.uk. It'll be around in about beginning of April, I think. Yeah, Original Gravity are really pulling out some great stuff. The Latin single by Nestor Alvarez that I played last week, I'll play the B-side probably next week, is absolutely stunning as well. you've got to remember, all these singles sell out. And I do think Green Onions has sold a couple of times for just over 100 quid recently.
Kiss me long, you squeeze me tight, you love me so strong, you treat me right, you're so tough, I never get enough of that kind of stuff. You call my name, you say it loud, I'm not ashamed, you make me proud. You're so tough, I never get enough of that kind of stuff. I never get enough of your kissing and hugging. No, I never get enough of your good, good loving. You rub my
Well, good evening, Stuart Sims and Kirsty.
You kiss my lips.
Good evening, Christina Marsh. She's late. 40 lashes, Christina. I will get Sean to administer those.
Enough of that kind of stuff. Of your kissing and hugging. No, baby, I'll never get enough of your good, good loving. No, you rub my cheek, you kissed my lips, my knees got weak.
Well, there we go. Billy the Kid Emerson,
my heart
1962 on Mad Records.
So tough.
New breed R&B at its very best.
That kind of stuff.
Well, we always like playing about with things. This is a Chuck Berry record, and I just thought, don't hear this out. Don't hear this anywhere. I'm going to play it.
Wedding and the old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young monsieur and madame have rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. They furnished off an apartment with a two-room robot sale. The coolerator was crammed with TV dinners and ginger ale. But when Pierre found work, the little money coming worked out well. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. They had a hi-fi phone, oh boy, did they let it blast. 700 little records, all rock, rhythm, and jazz.
Yeah, this came from Pulp Fiction, I think.
But when the sun
it didn't come from Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction used it in their film.
C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. They bought a souped-up jitney, was a cherry red 53, and drove it down to Orleans to celebrate their anniversary. It was there where Pierre was wedded to the lovely mademoiselle. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. Teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle.
Well, there you go. I've had that years.
And now the young monsieur
never played it out.
From the chapel.
Only played it in the kitchen. Now I played it in the kitchen out, if you like. 1964 there, Chuck Berry. I actually really like that. Anyway, Sean the other week played a right swerve ball I'm playing The Doors tonight as my swerve ball.
You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. No time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. China we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire.
The Doors. I'm not going to play the whole single, because I'll be here till next Friday.
The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire.
Yeah, I think each week Sean and I are going to play something a little bit different. Not quite on the scene.
And our love become a few.
Not quite off the scene.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Love that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire.
What a great tune. The Doors, Jim Morrison. Well, I'm going to take that out there. Yeah, cheers Watford, Chris. I'll blow the bloody doors off.
Just one more chance is all I need to ease my troubled mind. Just one smile is all I need to reassure and satisfy. Just one more chance is all I need. All I need, all I need. And you will see the change in me if I chance is all I need and all I'm asking for.
Good evening, Richard Graham, Fire Dog, Mr. PJ20. He loves the setup.
Just one more chance is all I need. All I need, all I need. And you will see the change in me if I try.
Well, there they go, the Outer Limits there on the Ram. Speaking of Stanley Evans this week, he passed it on to Stuart Catney, who played it this afternoon. What a great tune. It's not expensive.
Chance to hear you laugh again and see you smile. Just one more chance is all I need. All I need, all I need. And you will see the change in me if you put your
Well, they go 1967.
I will make you.
I've got time for one more. plus my Ender. What will it be tonight? The Ender. I've been playing all those things all over those 44 different theme tunes from shows that we grew up with. Have a guess. I'm not repeating. Anyway, I'm going to play the Rolling Stones now. We're here to entertain you, bring you different types of music, hopefully enlighten your week.
Well, I told you once and I told you twice, but you never listen to my advice. You don't try very hard to please me, with what you know it should be easy. Well, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry, girl, but I can't stay. Feeling like I do today. There's too much pain, too much sorrow. 'Cause I feel the same tomorrow. Well, this could be.
Well, good evening, Robert Thompson. And good evening to Paula out in Galway.
The last time. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. Well, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no.
Well, Sean's coming up at 9 o'clock for 1 hour from Mince Towers with his lovely Michelle. Well, I'm going to fade that out. I'm going to bring in the last tune. Come up here, Carol. This is the last tune. Until next week. Well, we do appreciate you guys tuning in each week. Thanks a lot, Carol. You've done a fantastic job. Until next week, 8 o'clock till 10, that is Andy Hill Finished, Part 1. Find Sean Chapman, 9 o'clock now on Mixcloud.